Welcome everybody to Zuri Exhibition. This is just a video showcasing some of the best talent from the class of 2020 and 2021. This year we're doing things a little bit differently because of the pandemic, but you'll still get to see some of the best work this class has had to offer. So please watch, enjoy, and afterwards we're also going to have a live webinar where you get to interact with us and ask all the questions you have. Perhaps there's someone who you'd love to work with, and also just for us to celebrate what these young talents have been able to do. So excited to have you. Feel welcome, grab something, get comfortable, and enjoy the show.
Sound engineer and now music producer as well. Production basically entails bringing together different sound recordings and performances, musical performances, to create one main musical master. For me, music production started out as a game, sort of a game or hobby. I was around class 6, I came across music production software by the name of FL Studio. Back then I just thought it's like any other, you've seen these musical apps that make music and stuff like that. So the first time I just played around, tried to make a couple of songs, and from there on I slowly grew a passion for it, and eventually when I was around studying in high school, Form 3, I remember it was around Form 3 there is when I discovered, now is when I want to do this like seriously. I make electronic dance music. I discovered music production through making electronic dance music. The funny thing is I was looking for a particular song and I couldn't find it. The only thing I was able to find was a music production remake of the same song. So it actually piqued my curiosity and I was like, what is this that this person is doing? So that's when I discovered music production through electronic dance music. I ventured into other styles, local styles like gengeton, trap, all these other styles, but as an artist I do electronic dance music. I'm mostly inspired by traveling and the aspect of fantasy. Like I like to watch stuff like anime and cartoons, play video games, and a lot of those things have inspired how I see the world, or rather the ideas I have about the real world. So when I I make music, I try to create a world of my own. Learning from places where I did not expect. I've discovered over time it's good to borrow influences from different things, like having new influences all the time. There's a time, I remember when I was in high school, my chemistry teacher was a huge fan of the girl, and I used to tell us they listen to perform and so Franco, I can't remember this artist, I remember listening to that type of music. A lot of creatives can tell you that when you don't have the tools to do what you need to do, it can be really an uphill task. So a lot of the times, like let's say my machine is clogged out with like a lot of files and stuff, and like I need a better performing machine, or I need certain instruments to perform. A lot of the times it's an uphill task to go and find like ways to make sure I'm able to do what I'm supposed to do. There's a time back I remember I was producing on my mother's laptop, and I couldn't get the project to play from more than 5 seconds without like stuttering or like the project crashing. So I had to keep exporting files and bringing them into new sessions so that I can be able to work with the project. And it was really an uphill task. A song by the name Africa Sun, and it got featured on Power 100, the compilation that Mr. Easy was doing. And after the song was released and everything, Tetushani distributed the 3 piece for artists to do remixes and covers and things like that. So I took a shot at it, and I worked together with a friend of mine called Sambugo, and we made a remix of the same. And yeah, I was really happy with the track, and I was really happy with the feedback I got from my friends, my family, and from people who listened to my music.
My name is Stephanie Wangui, and I go by Wango Designs. I'm a graphic designer, I'm a freelancer also. So basically everything to do with design I can do, but I'm focused on logo design, branding, packaging design, and yeah, that's me. In high school I did art, and we were given a project to do a poster on peace in Kenya 2016, yeah. And my poster won. So even though I was using paint, water paint, paper, it wasn't digital, but it won. So that's where it started. So after this, like my teacher was like, oh Steph, you can design, you can do layouts. So I came to EDMI, and I've grown. I think I can say I've grown, because now I know how to do Adobe Illustrator, Adobe Photoshop, and whatnot. I did think EDMI would be good, because when I came in 2018 November, so I met new guys, so just thrilling. It's university. It's not like what you see on TV, but kind of matches my expectations. So when I joined, everything was normal till COVID came, and then we went to a lockdown, and it was online, and I don't like online because I'm a social person, and online is just a screen, and people were just looking at black screen, anything like that. So after COVID, I think, okay, we're still in COVID, but yeah, we're still in COVID, but EDMI has been good. We adapted using Microsoft Teams, and everything now is purely online, but it's like a positive thing, because now digitally I can do work universally, like worldly. Someone from abroad can send me a brief, and then I can still send it back, because everything now is digital. So yeah, EDMI is good. I can advise someone to come here.
I'm Emmanuel Sompisha Kipelian. I'm a photographer, a music producer, and a content and concept producer. Yeah, that's more of it from my side. I had cousins who used to sing a lot of music when I'm at home, and they used to get me into it. So somehow I got into music. When I was growing up, I started falling in love with the camera. Now we used to have phone cameras. So you see something and you want to take a picture, yeah, stuff like that. And then I met someone who introduced me to photography. So I held my first camera. And with time, I didn't even think of going to school to study photography. But when I started learning music production, so the institution provides this other equipment. We have cameras, we have everything. So I started playing around with the camera, and that's how I became a photographer. I'll say I'm keen with light, so my lighting and maybe shapes around and yeah, lines. It's what's around that makes the photo. So how I view my photo is by what's around, and also what I like to see, what I like to browse. So maybe fashion and a lot of graphics. So I'm not a graphic designer, but I can use their content to make my photo. So not focus on the trend, but focus on what's unique. So what's unique in the market? What are you bringing to the market as a fashion designer? So I'd like to capture what you have and like make it come out to the world, yeah, with my skill. So that's what I'd like to do. Yeah, if you give me that, that's what I do. I like try and make something that's unique and not into the market come out to the market.
My name is Zuri, former student at Africa Digital Media Institute. I was studying digital journalism. I do branding of t-shirts, phone covers, hoodies, and etc. Generally branding. The passion for journalism kicked in when I saw Jeff Konange's documentary when he was dealing with the Nigerian Delta, something of the sort. So like, cause he was investigating this, it was a terrorist thing. So that's where I knew like, this is what I want to do. Yes. To get first-hand information, like the story, you're the only person who has the story before you air it out. That's the first thing. Secondly is that you let the public know what's going behind their television set, not just normal news, but other things. If I don't have a plan or an lack, I'll continue to procrastinate. So I have to get a good plan so that I can flow with my work. Designing magazines, like first thing when I design a magazine, I usually want the cover page to pop out so that someone can get interested to see what's in the magazine.
My name is Sarah Njoroge. I am a freelance producer, creative and content producer. I am also a freelance production manager, and my brand name is Salima. There are times I will sleep the whole day, and there are times I'll wake up and go to work because I have a lot to do. But generally, being a freelance is, as a producer, the better part of it is you plan the shoot yourself, you plan the production yourself. So you're able to know when who is on set when. So it's easy for you as a freelance producer. So my day is wake up in the morning, do what I have to do in the morning, everything around the planning, and then head to shoot. As a producer, you get a location for a shoot. You get if it's a show that needs guests, you get guests. If it's a place that needs you look for a location, you get the location, the crew, and everybody, and make sure that shoot is happening, right time, the right people, and let them give the right content for the audience. After my diploma in engineering, I got an internship in a media station. And in the process of making it there, someone said, you fit so well on camera than behind the camera. Then I was in the sound engineering session. And I thought, okay, maybe it's something I would go for, but I am not sure. So when I was about to join university, my dad gave me money not going to talk and coming to ADMI. And I remember I had a problem with how I will break the news when I did the other school fees, because Dad still knew I was in my first year degree in talk. So I had a lot around it. Then I remember one morning just woke up and saying, Dad, maybe I have something to take. I'm no longer I'm actually not in talk doing a degree. I opted to do a diploma in media. And that is how and Dad was like, how old are you? 22. I was 22. How old are you? 22. You're old enough to make a decision. I need you in school. And that is how I was comfortable to be in ADMI. So when I was in ADMI, I remember before then I had started a YouTube channel called Salimo Production, where I was hosting a Christian show. In the process, I realized there's so much I don't know about media, so I had to come to school. And when I was still in school, that is the time when we had the pandemic, lockdown, the first lockdown, I had a problem with where do I want to go. For the longest time, I've always wanted to be a news anchor, but I didn't. For me, that is what I wanted, but was that my strength? I didn't know. So when I was still here, I remember Wajiko Njoroge telling me that I fit so well in content producing. Well, I didn't take that for a minute, but then I met Abel Mutua, who I went there the first time on set, and the first thing I was doing was doing his makeup, and in the process, his makeup and making sure the set looks good and everything. Then in the process, 1-2 days of shoot later, he opted me to be his production manager, and that is how he gave me the role of producing officially. And that is my growth. From there, I think I have been known as Salimo the producer on the floor.
It's Rose Mubani Kibara, and I'm an illustrator stroke graphic designer. Yeah. For now, I'm trying freelance, so I'll wake up, read emails, see if I have any pending work, or check my to-do list, and then just go through my day with a list in mind. My sister used to draw a lot, and so I just wanted to draw all the time. And also in high school, ever since I was a kid, I've always loved to do. So I find that being an illustrator and graphic designer fulfills my passion. I'd say the challenges were that when I finished high school, I did a course that I didn't really like, so I had to go to work, then try and find a way to come back to school, and that's when I came to ADMI, and I was still working as I was coming to class, so it was kind of tough managing the two sides. I would say I like painting colors, and I just enjoy like drawing the lines and seeing how they blend together and complement each other. So I'd say what inspires me is my creative curiosity to see the end product and to just see how different colors work together. One of my favorite projects is Mama. It was a portrait of my mom, an abstract one. And the process was, I first had to like do very rough sketches, doodles, and just come up with concepts and ideas. Then I'd go ahead and make a final sketch, which would be approved by you. And then I'd go scan it and then refine it digitally, and now make a color palette and start to fill in the colors.
My name is Peter Mongangi. I'm a graphic designer, creative and writer. Currently, I work at an ad agency, and I balance that with my freelance projects. So a day in my life will be waking up in the morning. From around 6 to 9, I take on my creative projects that I'm working with my clients. Then between 9 and 5, I report to work. Mostly we're working up from home. So it's about creating digital content for social media and for web, for our clients in my ad agency. In class 4, I discovered that I could draw, and we had competitions with my friends on drawing cartoons and stuff, and that's the part of my day that I used to look forward to most, aside from playing in the field. So right from then I knew this is something I wanted to pursue. I didn't really know what it would look like in the future or what direction it would lead to, but that kind of my creative side was sparked from a really young age. An ability in using the software and mixing that with my art side. So it has been a growth, and joining ADMI for me really made that to take off. It's a wide range. If it's strictly graphic design, I'd say Malika Fava. She's an artist, a digital artist. Then in terms of creative, I'd say Osborne Osharia. He's a photographer, yes, but exploring that wild side of creative, using photo manipulation and that African side to it. So I'd say Osborne Mashari and Malika Fava are a huge influence in my creative.
My name is Jessica. I am a graphic design student in Africa Digital Media Institute. I've tried out a couple of things during my time here, but I eventually settled on illustration as my career path. Yeah, so right now I'm working on my illustration career. Honestly, I've tried out a variety of things, but I finally settled on illustration because it felt like the most natural thing to me and the best use of the skills that I've picked up over the years. I really have a lot of fun with it, and I love doing it, and it would be amazing if I could spend the rest of my life doing something that I actually enjoy. I fell in love with it shortly after joining ADMI. Started learning Illustrator with Brian, and it wasn't something that I had thought of doing before. Like, I would see all these people making amazing art online, and I would be frustrated, like, will I ever get there, no matter how much I try? Will I ever truly be able to create the kind of art that I see in my head? But once I got started on my journey, like, I saw the vision and I saw myself getting there. Some of my artistic inspirations. Locally, I'm a really big fan of Jackie, I forget his second name, but Fruit Junkie. Also Kevin Karandra, big inspiration. Internationally, I love Olimos. This guy, the guy who does the minimalist portraits. But yeah, I love him. I draw from a variety of people who I find online on social media. There's just so many people with so many different amazing art styles. I'm still developing my art style, but I have certain things that I gravitate towards when I'm drawing. Like, I just find that I draw eyes a certain way, or I draw faces a certain way, like, because that's what comes naturally to me, but I'm still experimenting.
My name is Paula Karanja. I'm 26 and I'm an illustrator and visual development artist in animation. So that is basically creating the character design, the environments and backgrounds, and I think just world building for any animation. Yes. So as a kid, I think I used to play mud and everything that I think I just came across. And so I had like the opportunities to go for art classes as a kid, just like the community programs that we have in school, or just having fun as a child and using my hands to create work. And I think in high school I settled on the idea of fine art. So my first degree was at KU, and that was 4 years on the fine art. and I studied painting, graphic design, and sculpture. But I think my childhood dream of animation was just stuck. It's always been stuck for me, and so when I found out ADMI had animation, I quickly joined the course because I was like, what am I waiting for? And this is a chance I can finally do what I want.
My name is Annabelle Mabiru, and I'm a 2D animator. I usually wake up around maybe 6:30, maybe 7. After I finish preparing myself for the day, I sit down to do a bit of drawing. So I like to practice drawing, just anatomy, and it's good to practice so you can just make sure that you're ready for animation, and then I'll get into whatever part of the project that we're doing. Like currently, right now we're in pre-production of the short film that we're doing. So like today morning I was working on a storyboard. So that's pretty much, a storyboard is like a kind of like the first visual representation you're going to have of the script, so that we can see what it will look like from shot to shot. I just kind of draw until I feel like, okay, that's enough drawing for the day. Because then again, if I make it too like set, I might find it a bit more mature, and then I'm like not want to do it. So I just kind of like, I wake up and then I just kind of, because I really do like drawing, I just kind of go with the flow. I do what I can until I feel I'm satisfied.
Well, there you have it. Those are just some of the best talents that we had. You've seen what they've been able to do. You've heard their stories, and now we invite you to check out the website. It's Zuri Exibition .admi.ac.ke. So you get to see the portfolios of the students, and you also get to sign up for the webinar and also be part of the rest of the experience. But right now we just want to congratulate the students for enduring what has been an unconventional year, but we've persevered and creativity has shined through, and congrats to you guys again.